Good evening and welcome. Again, I'm Sean Allison, the President and CEO of the Y. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Manatee Fiddlers from Manatee High School.
All right, we're the Manatee High School Fiddlers. How's everybody doing tonight? Come on. How's everybody enjoying the Red Elephant? Yeah, it's good? It's good. How about a round of applause for them in the back? Yeah, they deserve it. It was delicious. The first song we're going to play for you guys is called Slain. It's a slow song. It's something for you guys to digest to, you know what I mean? And so, without further ado. I told you it was a slow song. The next one, we're going to speed it up for you. This is a song by the Dropkick Murphys. I and a student last year arranged this one, and it's called Shipping Up to Boston. Oh. Thank you very much. All right. I think this is our last song we're going to play for you guys. This one is, it's called The Gale. Thank you very much, everybody. We're the Manatee High School Fiddlers. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your eating. Have some more food.
Hello again. We are going to start our program as dessert trays are being laid on the tables. You guys just go ahead and eat and enjoy yourselves. I have some recognitions and some thank yous before we go any farther. I'd like to recognize members of the YMCA Association Board of Directors who are here tonight. If you're here tonight as a board member, would you please stand and be recognized real quick? Thank you. Branch volunteers also, would you stand? Branch Board of Advisors, would you stand, please? Got a few out there. Tom, Ben, good. The YMCA, there's three things that make us distinctive that I think separate us from other like organizations. We are volunteer-led, and that's part of what we're doing tonight is celebrating the volunteerism that makes the YMCA happen. We are mission-driven. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. And we also are accessible to everyone. No one has ever turned away from the YMCA who needs services and programs. But tonight, we're going to focus on volunteers, and that's the purpose of this evening. Volunteerism at the Y goes back all the way to its beginnings, over 150 years ago. Volunteers are the things that have driven the Y organization to heights and a depth in our culture like nothing else. Volunteers going back to working in hospitals during the Civil War. Volunteers working on the streets in the 70s with all the youth that were, on the streets, living on the streets. Volunteerism has been a part of the Y for a very long time, and it's alive and well here in Manatee County. In fact, last year, we had over 450 volunteers who actually qualified to be at this event. And to qualify for this event again, you have to volunteer at least 20 hours a week. So last year, 450 people, as we keep track, qualified to be here. And that's an amazing accomplishment. And it's on the efforts of the volunteers that we keep this organization growing and spreading. Its impact and the mission comes alive through the efforts of volunteers. So for all of you that are here tonight, I would like for you to give yourselves a round of applause for the great efforts that you've had in the last year and in the past few years. Tonight also we are honored to have two county commissioners with us, Commissioner Bussell and Commissioner Chappie. Thank you for joining us tonight. And if you would stand up. So I know Commissioner Chappie, there he is, right in the back. Thank you. And speaking of volunteers, let's give the teen leaders a round of applause. They've been working so hard to serve us tonight. And this event happens every year just by magic, I guess. It's either that or there's a committee behind it. And I think it's probably the committee that does it. They've just done a great job this year. Jackie Riordan and her committee, if you'd stand up, we'd like to thank you for all your hard work to make this happen. There she is. She's whispering everything that I'm saying from back there, like making sure I don't make any mistakes. How am I doing so far? Okay, good, thank you. She said excellent. We have a number of people to thank, and I know I started out in the Y as a volunteer swim instructor, and then I became a staff person in the Y, teaching swimming lessons, and then a program director, an aquatics director, sports director, senior program director. I ran the women's fitness classes at one time in my career. And I can tell you everywhere I've gone in the Y, and all the staff here can tell you that they're so thankful for the men and women who will raise their hand and say, I'll do that. I'll coach the soccer team for you. I'll be the commissioner of the football league. I will help with the special events that are coming up. You guys humble us each and every day because we're there, we're paid staff, we're working long hours. Many of the program directors here, you know, easily, to do their job, they're putting in 60 hours a week. But we're humbled by the fact that so many of you would be so willing just to give of your time, give of your resources to help the Y do what it needs to do to reach people. And so I can tell you that there are certain times where you see these special volunteers, and you just don't really know how to properly thank them. It's sometimes just saying thank you isn't enough. And we, you know, got together and talked about that 5 years ago, and we decided, you know, all the other nonprofits, they have this large banquet, and those are great. And what we do, we sell tables and we raise money for our organization, which we do also. We raise money, but we wanted just to have a banquet where we could just say thank you, and that we could highlight those individuals that we see touching the hearts of the program participants and the members in our branch, but they touch our hearts as well. You know, often I wondered if I wasn't a paid staff person in the Y and wasn't doing this because I felt called to it, it was a career. I wondered if I would, you know, put up with a guy like me, you know, like our board chair, Leslie Gladfelter does, or Alden Weichel has, and you know, these guys, Bill Zoller, who's been a volunteer at the Y for more years than he wants me to tell you. But how do we say thanks? We have, and there's some very special individuals here tonight. And as we call them up and as we talk about them and as we share appreciation, I really hope that you will too. Understanding that what you're going to hear and what we're going to say about them, it just is the tip of the iceberg behind what they do. I can remember working long hours as a aquatics director, working on a swim meet. We had a swim meet. We had a big statewide swim meet. We had 16 teams coming in, 900 participants, and it was a 3-day meet. And the volunteer director actually relocated or something, but he was out of the picture, and it fell on me. And so it was tough. But then all of a sudden, parents, other volunteers just started stepping up to the plate. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll be there till midnight. I'll make sure that the heat sheet for the next day is ready. I'll make sure that all the teams are taken care of, hotel reservations. And you go home thinking, well, I did a good job today. But what I'm really glad that I was a part of is watching these people who care so much about their own kids, about the other kids in the communities. And there's some special volunteers with us tonight, people that do things that are unheralded. They're not the coach out on the field in front of the crowd getting the win. They're not the folks that are you see in the lobby and in the fitness center, doing the fitness classes and that. There are people here that volunteer for the Y who actually go into some of the worst, won't say worst, some of the most fragile neighborhoods in our county. And they pick up trash, and they mow yards, and they cook pancakes right out on the street for kids who are hungry. When you're a part of that, when you get to see it from our perspective, it goes home and it puts everything in focus. The broader view of the YMCA is a lot larger than the soccer team, the 10 pounds I lost, the basketball program, the water exercise program, where the pool is never the right temperature. The broader view of the Y is that we are an organization that stand here wanting to make a difference, wanting our community to be stronger, wanting people to get something in their life that's special, that they can count on. And I'm very proud that so many of those folks are here. And if you've ever been part of an Adopt the Block program, would you, and I'm not sure how many are here because I know some RSV'd and didn't show up, but if you're part of Adopt the Block program, would you stand and just be recognized, staff or volunteers, real quick? We have 1, 2, and Guy. And we get to work alongside other community volunteers, such as churches and other organizations. So that's what tonight's about. It's about, once again, celebrating the Y and its mission and the people that really make it work. So I would like for the presenters and the recipients of the Bradenton branch to start working their way to the front, please. And you have a list in your program of folks that have been chosen as volunteers to be recognized in different departments. And I'd first like to ask Jennifer Haughey to come up and recognize her 2 volunteers. Jennifer is fitness director at the Bradenton branch.
Hello, I am Jen Haughey. I am one of the program directors of the Bradenton branch. And I have 3 that I'm going to introduce to you this evening. The first one, about 4 years ago, our swim team coach had quit. So one of our parents, he has a daughter on the team, stepped forward, and he said he would coach. And 4 years later, he's still with us. His daughter has gone on to high school this year, so unfortunately we're losing him as coach, but we're hoping to still see him around the Y. He's been an invaluable volunteer for us. He's just always been there for stroke clinics and for swim team practices, countless swim team practices, meets. William Ackles, if you want to come on up. He is he's not only a wonderful volunteer, he's a great dad, and you can see it in his daughter when she swims. He's worked with her, and he's been a great volunteer for us, and we've been so lucky to have him as our swim team coach. Thank you, William.
Thank you. Thanks for all you do. Thank you.
All right, our next one. One of the best parts of my job is I work with a lot of kids. And I see a lot of kids grow up, and I'll run into them, at the store somewhere, and I'll say, gosh, I had them when they were 6 years old, and now they're like 18. And this young man is another one of those examples. He's been with the Y for 6 years, started playing basketball there, kind of fell in love with the Y, and now anytime I ever need anything, I ask him, and he helps. His whole family's that way, his older brother too. This summer, he was a CIT for the teen camp. He was there every single day. He was there just as much as a paid staff person. He was there every day. He had football practice too, so he would come to the Y, be there all day, and then go to football practice at Manatee, and he never complained. Anything we asked him to do, he did. It has been such a joy to see this young man grow up, and he's such a good kid, really good kid. Joey McElfresh, come on up. He is the Child Care Volunteer of the Year. And our next one is our Fitness Department Volunteer of the Year. And if you have been in the fitness center on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday morning, you know this gentleman. Everybody knows Jim White. He has been at the Y for so long, I don't think any of us really know quite how long. He's been a coach, he was a basketball coach, he was an employee in the fitness center, and eventually gradually worked his way into a volunteer position. And everybody loves Jim. He's just such a great gentleman to have around, and we're so lucky to have him. Jim White. Thank you so very much.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Yonko. I'm the membership director at the Bradenton branch, and so obviously I'm here to present the Membership Department Award. When this person first got their invitation to tonight's event, they said, "How did I get this invitation? I didn't do anything." Which is really funny because this person not only gets all the food donated for our staff appreciation dinner every year, year after year. He has also been seen in the North Pole as one of Santa's little helpers. Not to mention, he is at every single one of our special events, literally running the show. This person is none other than Robert Moran, my dad. Okay, I am going to present the Youth Award now since I'm already up here. Sorry, I can't even see. The winner of the Youth Award belongs to a girl that has grown into a young woman right before my eyes. Even though she is now in high school and is involved in every single after-school activity known to man, she still finds the time to be a part of the Y Team. She's always there hanging out, asking, what can I do? And most recently devoted every Saturday for weeks and weeks to come and volunteer in the Kids Zone. She's a great girl, and her name is Olivia Haughey. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Brian Davies. I'm the Youth Sports Director and Child Care Director at the Bradenton Y. I'll be giving out 2 awards. The first award will go to our teens and family, and with so many people to choose from, we wanted to give one to somebody that has dedicated so much time and energy into our tackle football program. Started out as a team mom, ended up being everybody's team mom for each team. Ended up being everybody's team mom for all the branches, basically at the events on Saturday. Missed her daughter's games due to she had to be at the tent to check everybody in, and countless hours just helping us out. So we really appreciate everything that she's done and all the grief that comes with her job. So for her to say at the end of the season she was sad to see the season end means we want to keep her. So. Our teen and family winner is Jennifer Barclay.
Here you go, Jennifer. Congratulations. Thank you.
Next award will be our Youth Sports Award. This person came in the last season and really shaped our older group, our 14 to 17-year-olds, and has now put a staple on how we're going to run things for our future. We started an academy team from this person's ideas, and where everybody comes and practices. No coach comes in and just takes their team. We practice together and break away on Saturdays with their coaches. So worked out very good, and now we're implementing that at every branch. So we're excited about that. It's all because of his thoughts and ideas on his basketball and his passion for it. Unfortunately, he cannot be here, but our Youth Sports Award winner is Reggie Kendall.
Okay, and here to present George Williams Award for the branch is the branch executive director, Sean Simmons. And while she's coming up, I want to brag on the Bradenton branch a little bit. This past year, under Sean's leadership, I've seen some great steps forward for the Bradenton branch. We have now renovated the upstairs. We've added, you're going to help me with this, but we've added a really cool spin room. We've added Pilates and yoga room. We have renovated 2 of the bathrooms there. They're just absolutely great. Hallway, got the hallway. And we've added a cafe, which will be opening soon. So everyone that comes to events there or just during the day, they can enjoy all kinds of yummy treats. All kinds of non-alcoholic beverages are on sale. And it's going to be a big hit. Also, she piloted 2 programs for us, and her branch piloted a 3rd. The first one was a TRX training program, started at the Braden branch. Second program that she piloted for us is our new corporate membership program. And her branch with Jen Hoy gave leadership to the new 12-week program that is a huge hit. So those things have all been accomplished since, when did you start? March? Officially,
December.
she started almost 1 year ago. So if you've not been to the Braden branch lately, I would encourage you to go. It's incredible. And the changes keep happening. Rooms keep getting renovated and fixed up and spruced up and re-equipped. And she's just doing a great job. So thank you very much, Sean.
Good evening. Real quickly, just to add to that, I couldn't do what I do without the staff that we have. We have an amazing staff at the Braden branch, full-time and part-time, and without them, none of it would happen. So we've all done it together. I am honored to be able to give out the award tonight for the George Williams Award, which is really the biggest award at the branches. And these winners don't know who they are yet. So just to give you a little bit about this person, he was chosen for the work that he does in our branch, volunteering with the youth. He's involved in our tackle football program. He's involved in basketball. They're always there as a family. And I have to say the best thing that I've heard is one of our staff members to say that he's such a mentor as a father and a coach and just as a good person that he makes him want to be a better father. And I thought that was a good way to say that it really represents who this person is and what our volunteer program is about. So with that, I would like to invite Frank Peck to join me.
How you doing? You have to say something. Congratulations.
I was just told I have to say something. Well, for a couple of weeks now, I was told that I was going to have to be somewhere on a Wednesday night, and I don't normally pay too much attention to where I have to be. My wife makes sure I get to where I'm supposed to go. And this was tonight, and this really touches my heart. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And the Lakewood Ranch recipients and presenters, if you guys will start making your way to the front. And as they do, I would like to go ahead and brag a little bit about the Lakewood Ranch branch, what's been accomplished in the past year there. This year, we completed a $2 million expansion of the Lakewood Ranch Y. It added 21 to 22,000 usable square footage to the branch. We renovated inside spaces and we added to the branch. It now features it features the nicest wellness and fitness facilities anywhere in this area. They too have added new programs. They added a great teen center for the first time. They added a spinning room, a yoga room, a Pilates room, about an 8,000 square foot fitness center. They also increased their young child space fourfold. We've got a great youth development center now. And they also have a community room, which is available for free to any community group that wants to come in and have a meeting. The project was funded. Basically, a third of it was from reserves, a third of it was new borrowed money, and a third of it was raised. And so a lot of people worked very hard on that project, and it's all finished. And if you haven't seen it, please go out and take a look. So without any further ado, let's bring Scott Macy up first to do his 2 awards.
My name is Scott Macy. I'm the youth sports director out at Lakewood Ranch. And my first award is our Teen and Family Award. This individual volunteers at a lot of our special events. If you go out to our tackle football program on Saturdays, you probably see him running concession stands or emptying trash or any other terrible job you give him. And he's always happy to do it. It's Danny Riordan. And our youth sports volunteer of the year was our commissioner for the Lakewood Ranch Colts tackle football team. I can tell you our program wouldn't have been as successful as it was if it wasn't for him. He kind of does all the dirty work. He passed out all the equipment to all the teams. He makes sure everybody has all their paperwork in line. Again, if you were out at the tackle football fields on the weekend, you saw him doing the same sort of things all day long. And our youth sports volunteer of the year award is Chris Riordan.
Congratulations, Chris. Good to see you. Hillary. Thanks. You're cracking me up.
Hello. I'm Hillary Kuppenhaver, the Aquatics Director at the Lakewood Ranch Branch, and I could not narrow down my choice to just one Volunteer of the Year in Aquatics because I had a couple, Bill and Sue Cusick, who were just fabulous with our swim team. Their 2 girls swam on the swim team for 3 years, and they did countless things for us. Bill was our team photographer. He would take pictures of all the kids at swim meets and special events, and then he would take those pictures and make a really moving slideshow that he presented to us at our awards banquet every year, our annual awards banquet. He helped to run our parent meetings and just did so many things. I can't even go over all of them tonight. His wife, Sue, she would sort of be our team mom. She would help with the swim meets, get our younger kids lined up to make sure they were behind the right lanes. And she would even do things like go on Starbucks runs for our swim coaches. So unfortunately, they're not here tonight because they relocated to Arizona this past September. And they were so sad that they wouldn't be able to be here tonight. And I will be mailing this to them. So thank you.
Big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill. Michelle, do you have a...
Hello, I'm Michelle Gill. I'm the membership director at the Lakewood Ranch Y. I gotta say, have mercy. That's terrible. I have a big picture of myself right there. Oh my gosh. Anyway, our volunteer is Roy Katani. He is not here tonight either. But Roy, he does so much for our branch. He is he's got a volunteer's heart. He comes in the door, the first thing he does is walk over to the coffee pots to make sure we have coffee. If we don't, he makes it. He visits with all his friends, and then he's off to his class where he helps set up chairs and puts chairs away, and we just love him. We're so glad to have him, and he's a pleasure and a joy to have as a member, but also as a friend.
Oh, Michelle, you want to do this one too? Do you do Youth of the Year?
I do not. I think it's not nice to
Okay. All right. Oh, Carrie. Sorry.
I guess Carrie's doing.
Scott Macy.
Oh, that's great. Hello, everyone. I am Carrie Wicks. I am the fitness director of the Lakewood Ranch Branch. I am here to honor 3 of our volunteers. I have 2 for fitness. Fortunately, I am one of the lucky ones that has 2 great volunteers. I couldn't just give this award to one person. These 2 take so much time out of their busy, busy schedules to come teach a lot of our members to run. They have made our 5K, 10K program, as well as now we have started a half marathon training, and they are there Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Regardless, holidays, cold, rain, no matter what it is, they show up, they are there, and they have made a lot of our members who have never even ran before have a love of running, which is great. I know for them, all they need is to see the smile on their faces when they cross the finish line on that first race. That's their payback, and that's all they need. Thank you guys for everything that you do. You help me with my run. Without you, it wouldn't be a success every year. It gets better and better, and I thank you guys for that. Jim Nelson and Bill McDonald, if you could come up here, please.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, next I have Youth Volunteer of the Year. Sometimes, you know, our youths come in and any of our volunteers, sometimes they're not doing the most glamorous jobs. This volunteer, he came and spent a lot of his summer with us, and no matter what I asked him to do, he was right there doing it, smiling on his face, and never, not an if, not an and, not a but, better than my own kids. He would go clean up the parking lot, clean windows and mirrors, whatever I asked him to do, he was right there and always willing to help, and still is. So thank you, Justin Proshka. Come on up here. Thank you so much for your service.
Scott Moran with the George Williams Award for Lakewood Ranch Branch.
Good evening. As Sean mentioned earlier, to get an invitation to tonight's dinner, you had to have volunteered for at least 20 hours. I think for this award, you've got to be closer to 100 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's a very special award. This young man, he volunteers his time in many different capacities for the Y. He has served as a youth sports coach in both soccer and basketball. We have 2 seasons of each, which cover the entire year, so he's coaching year-round for us. I've watched him coach. He's really good with the kids. He's integral with their skill training. He works well with the parents. He also volunteers at every special event that we have. He's always the first one to arrive, and he's the last one to leave. He's very deserving of this honor, and I am very proud to present this award to Nathan Lancaster.
He does, that's okay. I'm not going to force it on. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah.
He hasn't prepared anything. That's all right.
And if South County presenters and recipients would start making their way to the front. Excuse me? Not South County? You know, she's cracking me up. Have you noticed the arm that comes out with no? It's killing me up here. Doing a good job. All right. Parish recipients. Yeah! Woo! Now the party's going to start. Parish is in the house, right? I'll tell you a little bit about Parish. It is the greatest branch in the universe. The Spirit certainly is alive, and if you haven't been to the parish branch, you need to go. Straight up 301, until you start asking yourself, I'm sure that that's the last Publix I'm going to pass in Manatee County. You go by 7 Publix up 301. When the road turns due north and you think you may be entering Georgia, there will be a stoplight. And right after the stoplight on your left, there's this beautiful building, yellow building, old schoolhouse, built in 1927, that while Commissioner Bussell and Commissioner Chaffee are here, I'd like to say thank you to them, and please give them a round of applause for this branch. The county provided the property, the money, the expertise to renovate it, and it is gorgeous. And in fact, I have people that come in and visit me from other Ys. It's the first place I take them. And they come away saying it's got the best feel of any Y they've ever been in. And if you haven't been there, you've got to go. It's tremendous. We're actually going to start talking about maybe working with the church next door and some shared facility space to develop. So great things continue to happen in parish. And in parish, we have 900 households who are members at that branch in that little place. So it's doing a great job. Okay, so we're going to first have Betsy. Do you give one or two, Betsy? Do you have one? Okay.
Hi, my name is Betsy. I'm the coordinator at the Kids Zone in Parish, and I'm here today to recognize Cheyenne. She's been a volunteer at the Y for the last 3 years. She's helped out in several areas, including Healthy Kids Day, the luau, and the Y's very first chili cook-off. As well as helping out in the Kids Zone, the children really love having her around. She always has a nice smile on her face and a helping hand. We love having her volunteering. We thank you for all you do, Cheyenne. We love you.
There you go. Excellent.
Thank you.
Good work. Amy Skillman? Amy? You know, Amy's a great staff person, and I can tell you from personal experience, if you ever get a car stuck in a ditch, she's the one to call, all right? She will jerk anything, I guess, out of a ditch quicker than you can snap your fingers, so. You knew that would come back on you.
I did. All right, my name is Amy. I'm the fitness coordinator out in Parish, and I'm used to teaching group exercise to a large crowd, not speaking and giving awards. So if all you guys could just stand up and start doing jumping jacks for me, I'd be a lot more comfortable up here.
I'll give you some music. Okay,
yeah,
ready?
all right.
Da, 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 da.
I'm still waiting for that push-up challenge.
Okay, that ain't gonna happen.
All right, as most of you know, back in April, we started a cycle program at the Parish branch. We were fortunate enough to be given 15 bikes from the Lakewood Ranch branch, but the bikes needed a little good old-fashioned TLC. That's where Joe comes in. It didn't matter if it was a brake pad that needed to be fixed, a bearing that needed to be greased, or laser lights for our disco night. Without hesitation, Joe volunteered countless hours and hard work to keep our bikes going and our cycle program on track. That's why we'd like to recognize Joe American as the Parish Branch Fitness Volunteer of the Year. Thank you.
I did get a hug. Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks, Amy. Annette, you have 2 awards. Well, Annette, we're going to save you for last. Kobe? How about? Because you have 3 awards. And Kobe, you have 1 award.
Hello, I'm Colby Hall. I'm the program coordinator at the Parish Y. First off, let me say, I mean, I started back in February, so let me say this. If this individual wasn't there pushing me and teaching me the ways of football, I would have been in a little bit of trouble, I think. So this person volunteered for me in the tackle football program as my football commissioner. She ran the program as smooth, or making it as smooth as possible, carrying out any task that I placed with her. She relayed messages to all the coaches and parents with ease. That is why Teresa Bowie gets my Youth Sports Award. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Annette is the branch director there at the Y, and as she comes up, a couple of other things about the Parish Y is they were the first this year to reach their Y for All campaign goal. They also participated in a new event that has taken Parish by storm, and that is the Parish Foundation now runs an annual chili cook-off. And I didn't think that it would eclipse pizza and politics, but it did. And so it is now the biggest event. Parish is a great place. And boy, if they had a Chamber of Commerce, they would love this meeting. But Parish is awesome. You can take an hibachi, 2 dozen hot dogs, and an old tape player, put it out on the road, hang a balloon, you have 200 people show up. Isn't that right? It's a place they like to party, so.
Hi, my name's Annette Johnson, and I'm the branch supervisor at Parish. I have 3 awards, but first I want to say we have several tables over here that are very supportive of the Y. We couldn't do what we do for our events without the hours of volunteer time from everyone, especially our staff. Everybody's part-time there except for me. And you've got to want to do it, not because you have to, but because you want to. And that's the difference at Parish. They want to do it. Like Mr. Ellison says, they come out. I mean, we have 800 families that'll come out with children to our events, and we just wonder where they're all coming from, but they actually live in, they live in Parish, and we have the best events. So if you ever want to come by, please do. All right, my first award, Bob. Bob has many jobs. Number 1, he volunteers for all of our Y events. He's our photographer. Number 2, he does committee work for the Parish Y Advisory Board. He's the best silent auction basket maker in the whole world.
True.
Yeah, all of the companies up and down 301 know Bob, because Bob has personally gone into every single one of them and says, look, we're having an event at the Parish Y. Can you give us something for my basket? And they did, and you saw the pictures. Him and his wife, Kathy, they worked for days putting these baskets together for our silent auction and dinner we had in May. Number 3, he makes a difference. That's his passion. Number 4, his end result is the huge contribution that he makes to the Parish Y. He's a very motivated person, and he is exceptionally dedicated to the Parish Y. I'd like to present the Membership Volunteer of the Year Award to Bob Rod.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Okay. My next person is Donel. Other than all of the businesses on 301 knowing Bob, Donel is probably, she should run for mayor. She'd have to beat Ben Jordan, but she's so well known in the community. Not only is she a board member at Parish, but she also is a Sunday school teacher out in the community. She's her children's room mother. She works on the PTO at the school. She's Kingsfield's social director. And she is forever producing a visible, positive difference in our neighborhood and the community of Parish. She recently stated that when she walks into the Parish Y, and I've heard this from many people, that she feels like it's a home. She feels like she's at home. It's a family atmosphere. I'd like to present this year's Teen and Family Volunteer of the Year Award to Donel Beals.
Nice work. Congratulations.
Good job.
You're the Youth of the Year.
And yes, this special next award goes to Katie Gelo. In the position that I have, there's a lot of little jobs that I would like to do myself, but I really don't have the time. And Katie is always there when we have an event. She's doing the prep work ahead of time. When we had our Christmas tree up in July, Katie put all the little envelopes and all the little pictures on the envelopes, and she did a great job. And this is what she does. At the luau, I don't know if you saw the picture of her with the watermelon. She won the watermelon eating contest. And I was looking all around, and I'm saying, Katie, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. And she goes, well, can I go and do the watermelon contest? And you know, she's so excited to be part of everything that we do. And I just don't know anyone more deserving than the Youth Volunteer of the Year Award than Katie Gelo.
Thank you.
Last but not least, I've been looking forward to giving this one out because this gentleman is extremely unique, unlike anybody else. Yeah, you find that funny, Jackie? This volunteer, he started out as a member, a Y member, back in Chicago, back in 1945. I'm no math major, but I think that's 67 years. It's almost twice my age. And he's been a Y member ever since. He's currently a dedicated YMCA advisory board member, and he's agreed to chair our annual scholarship campaign again as he did last year. He volunteers at every special event that we have at the branch since we opened in 2009. He's very outgoing, and he enjoys being the master of ceremonies anytime he can get a microphone in his hand. So this could be a bit of a problem when he comes up here. He once said to me, he goes, "Why the Y?" And his response was, because the Y is everything to me as a link between what it stands for and its connection to the community that it serves. His passion is second to none. I'm proud to present this award to Tom Norwood.
job, my friend.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yes, you do.
But people who know me will tell you that I always have something to say about anything and everything. So let me tell you just a few things about the Y. It was all said very nicely by Scott. And I want to thank all the people responsible for getting me in this place that I'm in now. I have a love for the people in the parish Y who are in my class and the staff and anybody who I can get to spend a minute or two talking to. I was thinking in terms of contributions and volunteering. They sort of run parallel lines in my mind. In this respect, you can volunteer to give a financial donation to the Y, and that's a contribution, but you also volunteered your money. You can do the same thing that's really not easy to measure when you think in terms of using and dedicating and using your time and energy. That's far more hard to do, to measure. I have a third way that I like to use that's rather unique. And I like to tell funny stories and jokes. And anybody who I can corner for a minute or two, I usually leave them walking away laughing or shaking their heads, because I like jokes that have two characteristics. They're dumb and they're funny. They're simple. Would you like an example of one? Here's the setting. It's Ed, hello, and his wife, Grace, hello, and their dog, Max, woof. Now, 2 weeks ago, Max ran away from home, and poor Grace hasn't been able to get over it yet. So Ed constantly tries to console her, saying, Grace, look, Max was probably picked up by some nice people. He's being taken care of, just like you would have if you were still home. Yeah. But when he ran away, didn't you put up posters all over town offering a small reward for his return? Didn't you do that? Yes, I did. And didn't you even go to the newspaper, the neighborhood newspaper, and put an ad in the paper regarding his return? Yes. And by the way, what did the ad read? Here, boy. Oh.
The comedy stylings of Tom Norwood, everybody. He'll be performing in the Blue Room at the conclusion of tonight's event. Thank you. Now, if South County would make their way, recipients and presenters, we're almost home, so hang in there, folks. And also, folks from Lakewood Ranch and Braden Branch, are you all asking yourselves, I didn't know we'd be able to clap like the parish branch? And so I'm going to give you a chance. If Lakewood Ranch, if you're just really proud of your branch and your volunteers, let's hear it. Now, you have the most members, so let's hear it one more time. Lakewood Ranch. Not bad. And Braden Branch, are you here tonight and happy? Okay. Well, Parish is still the winner. I hate to break it to y'all. Okay. Woo. The people that were serving you, they were 21, right? I don't want to get in trouble with anything regarding ages and state licensing and that kind of thing. Let me have Karan Gordon come to the stage and Stephanie Thompson be ready. As Karan comes up, tell you, Karan is the newest staff person here at the Y, and he is responsible for coordinating the outreach activities of South County Y, which we hold at Harley Middle School. And we've been working in that community for 7 years. And that was one community where we've gone deep. You know, you try to cover a wide area and try to attract a lot of people. We go deep there, and we work personally with families and kids and folks, especially children, that really need things like programs and perhaps shoes or a meal. So we've gone deep there, and Karan has been charged with the job of building those programs and keeping that program going and keeping it vital. Karan also played football for Louisiana State University and was on a national championship team there. So that's a look at him smiling. You know, it's a great thing. So I'm envious of him, but he's a great addition to our staff, and we're proud to have him here. So Karan, you have a couple of awards to give.
How y'all doing? I'm Karan Gordon. I mean, since I started over there, it's been a challenge. I told Sean since day one I was up for the challenge. And I mean, once I got over there and saw the area that it was in, you know, it's been tough, but nothing I can't handle. And I mean, the kids over there, I mean, they're out in the park, but they don't want to come play. They want to come play, but they can't come play. Why can't you come play? My mom don't want me to play. Okay, well, let me talk to your mom. Oh, she's not around. Okay, well, when she's around, I want to talk to her. Just still come play. I mean, as far as finding these kids, I had no idea what to do until I turned to this one woman who I saw that the kids knew her and she knew the kids and she knew how to get in touch with her. So our volunteer winner for child care this year would be Mrs. Jennifer Hillary.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Thanks.
And our next award goes to the youth sports. She wasn't unable to get here tonight due to a gymnastics meet for her daughter, but her sister's here to receive her award. This woman, I mean, she asks me every day, Karan, do you need me to do anything? Karan, I need to do something. Is there anything that I could do for you? Constantly, all day long, until I give her something to do. Unfortunately, she's not here to make it tonight, but her name is Mindy Bowles. And receiving this award is her sister, Holly Cobb, who is also a volunteer over at South Manatee.
Nice job. Thank you. Thanks, Karan. Thank you very much. Next, Stephanie Thompson. Stephanie is going to give an award for Y Reads program. The Y Reads program is a state-funded program that through the YMCA of Florida Alliance. And so there's about 40 YMCAs in the state that do Y Reads, gives kids reading skills who are in danger of not passing the FCAT reading in 3rd grade. And under Stephanie's leadership, our Y has never been lower than 3rd, and in some cases the #1 Y Reads program in the whole state of Florida. And this lady is to be credited with that. So Stephanie, come on up and give your award.
Well, when he says that the Y is volunteer-based, boy, he's not kidding when it comes to the Y Reads program, because it is all volunteers that work for me. They start on the first day of school, and they work all year round with the same students. They come in every week, 2 days a week, at least 2 days a week, 2 or 3 hours a day. And I don't know what I would do without them, all of them that are here back there. Well, most of them are here, and a lot of them return year to year, and that's what this award is about. The person that's going to be receiving this award has been with the program since we started 7 years ago, and she has been coming every week, and she actually started before I did, a few months before I did. She has put in over 1,100 volunteer hours in 7 years, just for the Y Reads program alone. Her name's Meryl Banner.
all you do. Appreciate it. No, you don't have to give a speech. Okay. Before we announce the George Williams Award winner, I'm going to put Mr. Billups on the spot. Is Mr. Billups here tonight? Lamar, are you still here? Can you come on up to the stage real quick, please? The YMCA took a huge leap of faith this year. We recognized about 7 years ago that there were a lot of kids in Manatee County that were high school age that weren't in school anywhere. In fact, in any one year, there's between 600 and 700 kids that are high school age that just aren't in school. There are many reasons for that. Mostly it has to do with the personal choices that they made, and some of them made bad choices. In a lot of cases, though, there's a lot of circumstances that are involved in their family life and different things that have just made it impossible for them to really be successful in a typical school setting. Now, in the past, we've taken those kids off the street and we've gotten them enrolled in various schools. But those choices started to dwindle last year. We lost 2 schools that serve at-risk and high-risk population of high school kids here in Manatee County. We lost Richard Milburn Academy and we lost AMI Kids. Both of those deal with this population of children. So the Y about a year and a half ago started looking at that problem. We started consulting people who had expertise in this area. We put together a committee of about 11 people made up of different nonprofit organizations from education, and they worked real diligently on looking at a model that we could utilize, that we could put in the community that would serve this population of kids. Because a lot of this means if they're in school, they're not going to get shot, and that's a real possibility for a few of them. So we did this. We threw this thing together. We worked diligently. We spent hours, and the folks on that committee, if you were on the committee that helped put that school together and you're here tonight, would you please stand? I know we had a couple of folks. Yeah. Thank you. That group, we put together 3 different curriculum plans, school program plans, and we finally got one that the school district said yes to, working closely with them as well. And we got approval for this school on July 23rd by the school board. We opened the doors under this man's leadership on August 20th. Okay? Hired teachers, got policies in place, started recruiting, and right now the enrollment is, we have 215 kids enrolled in Manatee Y Technological High School. And we were able to raise just under $80,000 to put that school together, the largest gift coming from an individual who just decided out of the goodness of his heart, understanding the problem and the work that we were doing and the challenges, that he gave a gift that enabled us to buy 75 brand new Dell laptop computers. I think that when things like that happen, we're in the right place. And one amazing thing about this, I'm not going to ask you to speak, okay? But one amazing thing about this is, are any of your teachers here tonight? Any of the teachers? Okay. One amazing thing about this is that the YMCA has now a close partnership and collaboration with United Community Centers in this community. And if you know United Community Centers, they are a community center serving organization, goes back to the 1930s, and they are vitally important to the health and the well-being of this community. Patrick Carnegie, who couldn't be here tonight, the CEO, and I have a close working relationship. And that's a brand new community center, again, that came out of the foresight and the support of our county commissioners. And what we found was during the school year, it was empty. So we've been able to utilize the community center for our classrooms in partnership with them, and it's just been an amazing, amazing project. And we've got big things planned for this school. We want to get more of those kids. And how many right now are on track to graduate first year? 43. We have 43 kids that are on track to get their diploma this year. This is Mr. Lamar Billups, and on his behalf, I'll tell you that any of you are curious about this school and the job it does, it's located at the 13th Avenue Community Center. Stop by and take a look, right? Thank you, Lamar. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, now the moment we've all been waiting for, the highest honor that we give each year to the Y family for a volunteer who has shown just exemplary effort, concern, care, effectiveness in their role as a volunteer for the Manatee Y. And you know what? Every year we wonder whether someone qualifies. Because we're not going to give this award just every year because it's something we do. It's going to be given if we have someone that qualifies. And we've been very blessed in the past to have great volunteers in our community. And I think that all but one is with us tonight. In the past, we've honored Leslie Gladfelter. You want to stand, Leslie? Bill Zoller, also, and Daniel Judge also received this award. Tonight's award is very special to me, just like they all are. And in this case, you see somebody who dedicates their entire life to improving their community. And I'm going to claim him, this individual, as a YMCA volunteer, but really they're a Manatee County volunteer. And this individual, though, saw the Y as a tool to make their community better. In other words, they looked at the Y, looked at the needs of the community and said, I'm going to get the Y in my community because I know it'll do good things for the families and the kids. And so a journey began with myself and this individual, which included driving by 7 Publix on the way 301 to the town of Parrish. And so we worked really hard. We didn't always agree on everything, but this individual and I, looking for a place to hold the Y, we dodged a few pit bulls, stepped over a few barbed wire fences, pried open a few old barn doors, looking for a place for the Y. And then once the community center was identified, he went to work tirelessly on persuading the county to take a chance on a partnership. And you know what? The best things that the Y does comes out of partnerships. And in this day and age, if you work in a non-for-profit, you cannot turn your back on partnerships. They're out there. But this partnership has just been fabulous. And I count this person as a friend. We're going to go to work again in Parrish, looking at ways in which we can expand that program. But I'm sure you'll all agree that Ben Jordan is deserving of this honor. This is the award, and it's also displayed in the association office as well as this one to come. Ben, thank you so much. Appreciate all you've done and all you're going to do. Continue for your community. I'm going to put that back in the box. Okay.
Unlike Tom, I don't know any good jokes. This is one of the greatest things that's happened to me. I I really like being involved in the community. I've enjoyed having the Y come to Parish. When I go to the kids zone and I see 50 or 60 kids over there, and the only way they can be there if their parents are using the facility, it's just great. And I think, where did all these kids come from? I didn't even know there were that many kids in Parish. I thank y'all very much for this honor. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, that was it. Just one more time. Lakewood Ranch, are you in the house? Did I hear you? We're going to work on that next year. Next year, folks, we're going to work on that. Sincerely, I really thank you all for being here. Thanks for helping us. Thank these people. These people that mean so much to us and so much to the Y and the kids and the families that we serve. So, to conclude our program tonight, I'm going to ask Jerry Parrish to come and give our benediction. Thank you.
My legs are sore. I want to thank everybody here too. It's an amazing organization. Even with what I do, we've got so many volunteers that are not here. They're either practicing football or doing what they do. And I don't know if I've told this story here before, but I'm going to tell it. When I first met Sean, I actually never met him. I had worked for Youth for Christ, and he took me to breakfast. And he said, I didn't know who he was. I thought I was in trouble. What did I do? And he said, Pride Park is Iraq, and you're the Marines. I want you to go in there and save some lives. And I said, I can do that. And I look back now 7 years, and you got football. You got Frank Gargett running the football program. You got Karan over. You've got Robert Bolt now in Palmetto. You've got literally probably 13 churches working together at the adopt-a blocks. Hundreds of volunteers that surely couldn't even fit in this place. And that's what the YMCA is about. It's really, we don't take cities back. We take cities back block by block. And it's really caring for the community, caring for people, no matter race, color, creed, religious affiliation. We feed, clothe, take care of widows and orphans, and do the things that Jesus asked us to do as a minister. And I'm just real grateful and real thankful and real humbled, to be honest with you, because of, and if you know me, I'm silly all the time, and because I have to be, I work with a bunch of crazy people. But the greatest thing on the planet is being able to go. Today I was at a school, and I've been mentoring him for about 3 years, and he said, he was in trouble, of course, and he said, I want you to be my dad full time. I said, I am. I am. I just don't get to stay at your house. And no, you can't come stay at my house. I didn't get into ministry for the money. I got into it to reach people. And because of y'all, I mean every single one of you, the football coaches at Pride Park, and if you get to go to Pride Park, sometimes it's a lot of fun because, like Karan said, sometimes they're just not real cooperative. But the reality of it is we're reaching kids, and we get to be daddies to about, I don't know how many hundreds of kids, and teach them. Now it's just not me in their lives. There's men in their lives, mentors and all kinds of great, the school. There's teachers and principals and counselors. And school, it was fun, but it was crazy the first month because I had to pick up most of the kids. But you know what? They're getting an education. And if it wasn't for the Y, I'm telling you, those kids wouldn't be in school. So I'm up here thanking God for you and thanking God for the Y and thanking God for the leaders of the Y. Because we're accomplishing a lot and getting a lot done. And we're seeing the city change block by block by block. And I know Mr. Bustle works hard, and I know the other city commissioners work hard. But you have no idea the change that's being made in this community. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's pray. Father, I love you, and I thank you for people who care for people, no matter the race, the color, the creed, the religious affiliation. But because of you, we get to be effective. We get to be loving to people that truly, truly don't have another chance, God. And I thank you so much for the YMCA and its accomplishments and the future, God. Let us leave here understanding how important the swimming is, how important the families that we have, how important the basketball, the football, every sports program, because it brings families together, and we get to surround each individual that I deal with. We get to surround them and love them and care for them and feed them and clothe them and give them an understanding that they may not know how great they truly are. Thank you so much for the Y, and thank you so much for its volunteers. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, guys.